Okay. Can type lah. Keyboard inside one lah. Oh, because I maybe I plan to buy a tablet. So I see I'm surveying. Okay, which one is better? So it's better.
This one it cannot. It comes with a pen.
Oh, the stylus ah.
You cannot if your pen here touch the paper, you cannot censor.
Oh, cannot censor. iPad. But I think very expensive. Because I now not prefer to carry a laptop up and down, big and big, very heavy. Okay, hey, come on, what's going on me? This is our last chapter. I think this one will take 2 lecture classes. By 12:15, we are going to start our class already. If no student come, okay, maybe Emma, you can sit at this, you will shift to this corner, easy, okay. So hopefully this afternoon practical class was going to come. The assignment, there is one group forgot to put the info like who is responsible for the order, sales and order, who is responsible for the inventory one. One group only. I forgot which group already. Which group? Yeah. Then I cannot allocate the mark. So, okay, let me pass back to maybe after I go back to the I can see them. That's one group. I log in now. Maybe no account. View. Oh, what got? Management, Management setting. Software design. Register. assignment. This one, Chinese group. Who is Chinese group? Any Chinese group member here? Any team member from this assignment team? You see, they didn't put who is doing which module, then how am I going to allocate the marking? Okay, they didn't put who is responsible of doing which module. Even here also didn't mention. So how am I going to forward which group is it? Any member here? So please help me to send a message to them. So ask them to post on the Google Classroom. Okay, which team member is responsible for which module? Okay. I cannot find. Yeah, it didn't mention. So this one cause lecturer difficulties in marking. So have to deduct. Okay. So yes, okay, Chinese. So now we can, I guess we can continue with our lecture. The equal sound is very serious. Is it the equal voice? The equal sound is very serious? Hello? Yeah, the equal sound is very serious, right? That's it. Put some cushion or the chicken egg container to absorb the sound. Tutorial, right? No, sorry. Lecture, not tutorial. So we are going to come back to our chapter 3, which is the last chapter. So it's regarding the design strategy. Okay, software design strategy. Okay, now for your assignment, I have almost complete marking assignment already. I guess next week. Not next week. Tomorrow you are going to know. But however, I find out the assignment 4 copy of assignment almost the same one. Almost like not big difference between the 4 copies of assignment. But however, I noticed there is a common mistake done by the 4 teams. Okay, because we need to describe the consideration for inventory part and the order part also. But I see only one description for the architecture, for all not for architecture So you combine all, discuss all together, right? Because actually it should be more specific for discussion for each side, each part. Not for the order part and for the inventory part. Okay. So therefore, marks will be used for not all lah, but 3 marks will be used for the particular part. Okay. So far, I guess most of you can get 80 lah, 80 and above lah, like that lah. Okay. So and then for your midterm, a few students have count wrongly for your midterm mark. Either count very 1 or 2 marks higher, or count 6 or 8 marks lower. I don't know why. There's something wrong. Okay. Actually, I count again. If not carry, I count again. Never mind. During the practical today, I will show return your. I mean, I will bring the midterm. Okay. You count again. You count again. Okay, whether it's correct or not. Okay, then this is the last time count. Then you need to return back to me. Okay, so this is the midterm lah. Okay, now what we are going to do is chapter 3, software design strategy and method. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to cover in our software for this chapter lah. Okay, function-oriented design, object design, component-based data structure. So when we are going to design our software, this recap I think is too. Okay, software design strategy. When we are going to we are going to design our software. Okay, so yes, Sam. We are going to design our software. Then there are many ways for us to follow. Understand? So sometimes the developer may follow by maybe we design the software based on their functions. Okay, so this is commonly we use for the last 20 years. Okay, or last 20 years of that. Okay, so software design strategy, there are many ways to design. Okay, so when software is you are getting your requirement already. So you need to decide, okay, how you are going to start implement the software. But before the implement, then definitely you are going to design the software. So there are many ways to design it. So now, some of the example normally we use is, let's say for example, we based on the functions. Based on the function means that, okay, we group the system. Okay, we divide the system, okay, by grouping the similar functions into one particular unit, which is called a module, okay, or maybe we divide the system into different functions. Understand? So, and somehow, okay, we may have start to develop the system from the top, okay, to the bottom, top level to the bottom. Let's say for example, we start with the main function first, then we create the next function. So bottom up is we create the small function first, okay, and then we starting to build up, okay, to the high level functions, okay, of the program. Then maybe we can base on the data, we can base use of heuristic means that trial and error, okay, use of some pattern or pattern language, or use of incremental approach and so on. These are some of the strategy. So now the first strategy we are going to discuss here is the function-oriented or structure design. So this structure design actually we decompose the system, okay, into minor functions, okay, into functions. Means that in this way of design, we treat the system actually is a combination of functions. Okay, it's built up by functions. Okay, so it's also called as divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. So this divide and conquer strategy, okay, means that we break the system into a small problem. Why here they say function, then here they say problem. Actually, function actually is used to solve a problem, right? Isn't it? A minor function, let's say for example, a small function. I want to return back just to display the information of the stuff. Okay, small function, small problem. So it's also called as a divide and conquer. Why? Because the system actually is a problem. It's break down into a small problem. Where each problem is handled by functions. No? Understand? Okay? Now, this design, okay, same thing, okay, I think it's repeat. Divide the system into a smaller functions, okay, which provide the means of abstraction by concealing the information and their operation. These functions share the information among them, okay, in a global memory, shared memory. Okay, so this, when we use this way, the functions, they are going to share the data, okay, in the global memory. Okay. So when we are going to use this one, okay, because when you use the function-oriented strategy, when we does not concern on the state of the system. Understand? We did not concern on the state of the system or the data itself. Understand? So, and this function design strategy, okay, it only work on the input and produce the output. Understand? It does not concern on the state of the data. Okay? So normally the data, as just now we came across saying that they're sharing data in the shared memory, global shared memory. So therefore, okay, this is a centralized data sharing. This is a centralized data sharing. Okay? And these functions it consists of those algorithm details but not the state information, because it does not concern on the system state. Okay? Therefore, the system state is not needed. For example, okay, function structure design, you can see that I have a system, okay, break down into small function, okay, and then the data is shared on the shared memory. Understand? And then each function actually is used to solve a minor problem. Okay, so therefore it's also known as a command. Sorry, command and conquer actually is a game. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer strategy. Okay, divide the problem. The system is the big problem. Divide into small problem. Understand? Okay, and then each function used to solve this problem. So, when we are using the functions-oriented design strategy, so generally this one design is used after the structure analysis. Okay, let's say for example, maybe after they have draw the data flow diagram. Okay, in the design, okay, normally they are going to draw the structure chart. Do you know the data flow diagram? Anyone do not know what is a data flow diagram? For those who are from STPM, A-level, or you directly move to the year 1 set, year 1, do you know what is data flow diagram? No, okay. So in this case, when we practice function-oriented design, normally we are going to draw the data flow diagram. Okay? From the data flow diagram, then we derive the structure chart. Okay? We create the structure chart based on the data flow diagram. So what is a structure chart? I guess everyone know what is a structure chart already. Okay, but here there is some description. It's used in the architectural design. Okay, shows the decomposition of system into modules or functions. Okay, modules is corresponding to the procedure, function, information typing module. What is a procedure? Procedure is a word method. Procedure normally in Java C, you cannot find the word procedure one. Understand? You won't find a word procedure one because last time in certain language, okay, let's say Pascal or Delphi. Actually, Delphi is using Pascal. Okay, so yes, hi. Welcome. Okay, so some of the language they use the word procedure. okay, when we want to create a method. But however, in Java C, they use the word function. Procedure actually is no function that does not return anything. It's a what function. Okay. So information, functions and information hiding module. So he shows the module calling structure, means that he shows which module the module is able to call which function in the structure chart. Okay. He also shows the input parameter and the output parameter in the structure chart. You can see example. Okay. So this is showing that this is the code system. Get order, process order, module or functions, update inventory file. You can see that these are some of the control flows. Okay, you can show the control flow and also the data that's passed to the module. Okay, in this structure chart. Okay, so what are the activities involved in function-oriented design? Data flow design when you're drawing your data flow diagram. Okay, drawing your structure chart means you're performing a structural decomposition, and then you detail design description. Then you need to design. Okay, further describe each of the entity, each of the module. Okay, each of the data flow. Understand? Okay. So these are some of the activity. And then what is the pros and cons? What is the pros and cons? Modules are highly functional, yes, because we break into functions. Okay. Best fitted when state information is not pervasive, means we're not concerned on the state information, okay, of the system or any object. Data decision must be made earlier. Why? Because we need to know what is the input data. Then what is the output data? Understand? So therefore, when using this type of function-oriented, we need to make decision what kind of data we need. Understand? How the data will flow. Okay? And when there is a change of data, it may sometimes affect the entire structure of the program. Okay? Little chance for reusability, yes. Okay? So why the change of data will affect the entire structure? Let's say, for example, you are usually a global variable. Then if this global variable, okay, change the data type, integer back to string. Okay. So then in this case, those functions who use this data as an input will affect them. Understand? Okay. So let's say it does not accept the string or whatever. Okay. Now, continue. The next one, this one, object-oriented design. You have studied object-oriented system analysis and design, right? Class. Okay, so this one for you to show your talent, okay, you brief me what is meant by object-oriented design. You have studied this one already, right? So this object-oriented design actually is regarding the entities, okay, and their characteristics. Okay, means that we design the system on